Alright, a Bloodsailor lieutenant. And we've actually faced one before. Yeah, you can see the black paulettes, I think is how you pronounce it, on his shoulders. Well, he appears to be alone. Because we're going to find out if that's really true. Alright, Bones opening the attack. Alright, just gotta get everybody in here. Brave enfeeblement. Wow, which he resisted. Magic missile.
Die at my hand!
All right, Rod of Frost. Okay, portraits that have changed in the game. And let's start with somebody we're familiar with. And with us right now, actually. Sharwyn. Here's her portrait as it is now, as Lilly knows Little Red to look like. And here's her portrait as it was originally released. And this is actually one of the celebrity lookalikes, so I'll give you a moment to guess if you'd like. Her natural hair color isn't even red. It's black, I believe. She's Welsh. She's been in such films as Traffic, that's the 2000 crime drama from Soderbergh. It's Catherine Zeta-Jones. Quite a surprising and obvious copy, isn't it? If you examine it, besides the similar expression and stance, you'll notice that even the hair hangs in an identical way about the shoulders. I guess it makes sense then why Lilly finds her dimensions so attractive. 34, 25, 36. Finding traps is one thing, but Lilly'd like to find some of the more choice stolen goods. Like this enchanted club, though Marrok would require ironwood to forge a gladiator club. Or this diamond. She already has one for the Astral blade, but won't argue with the second. Okay, more portraits that have changed in the game. And we might as well continue with henchmen. This time, Tomi, Grin, Undergallows. That's the halfling waiting to be hired at the Hall of Justice, the Templateer in the city core. Here's his portrait as it is now, which I'm not even sure if we've seen yet. I have to say, it looks very hobbitish, if that's even a word. And here's his portrait as it was originally released. Quite a difference. I actually like the original because it looks a little bit more like a rogue, and I guess a bit more chaotic too, which Tomi actually is. Though, I'm not sure why they even changed it at all. Lilly's had mixed experiences at sea. Her first aboard the ship chartered by Mendas that wrecked off the Isle of Balduran in the Trackless Sea, needless to say, was a disaster. So far from home it's not even on the common maps. Yet despite the Mendas journey, she had the courage to board the Galante, destined for Brynnlaw, captained by he who shall remain unnamed. Alright, here's a mysterious voice. Where is he? You will tell me. Callik must know. Wow, Bloodsailor on patrol here. Right past the door. I guess she didn't notice that it opened. And apparently alone. So... Look, you'd better get used to the way things are now. Vengaul was too old and foolish. Lilly forgets about past perilous sea journeys for the moment and tries to discern where the voices heard by Bones are coming from. It's obviously one of Callik's men yelling at Vengaul's ladyfriend, but unfortunately, it sounds as if neither Callik nor Vengaul are here, as she had hoped. No matter. The girl should know something at least. These pirates just don't know how to treat a woman, unsurprisingly. Lilly'll get some answers. She directs her dutiful familiar to announce their arrival. Alright, sure enough, probably Vengaul's lady friend being interrogated by Bloodsailors, Callik's men. Alright.
You'll soon be hanging from your tongue!
Not sure how many there might be. Rod of Frost.
All right, crew. Let's take them down.
An answer to a question they didn't even ask, and one they obviously weren't even expecting. And one of them is clutching a note. Alright, here's instructions from Callik. Alright, Lieutenant, second in command. Oh, here we go. Vengaul Bloodsail. Not sure we heard that full name before. The namesake for the Bloodsailors. So obviously, it actually hasn't been made explicitly clear whether he was the leader or not, but obviously he is. So here's an excerpt. When you pulled what information you can from Vengaul's wench, join us in the aqueducts. In the sewers. Exactly where Lilly didn't want to go. The entrance is in the very northwest of the docks, through an old maintenance building. I believe I know an alternate path to where the old fool keeps his secret stores. The cockatrice should be there. Alright, so sure enough, Vengaul has the Waterdhavian cockatrice, as well as whatever else has been keeping from us. Time to take our due. Use the hand signs below to pass the seal on the aqueduct gates. Keep this note with you. I doubt you could remember the signs without it. Here's a complex series of hand motions. which Lilly would definitely need in able to reproduce them accurately. Alright, so finding Vengaul and the cockatrice has taken priority over Callik and the Masterson amulet. So Vengaul has the Waterdhavian cockatrice, and, as she feared, has fled into the sewers. He at least has good taste, despite the silly uniform, a rather fetching elf, too delicate looking to be a fighter.
Thank you for saving me. If that is indeed what you have done, I do not know you or your motives.
Alright, I think Lilly trying to put her at ease. Dara'nei, if I'm pronouncing that right. It is good to hear a kind voice. These men have not been gentle, and I fear their questions were growing ever more insistent. I'm Dara'nei, and I'm at your mercy. I'd hoped you were sent by Vengaul, but I haven't heard from him. His auction was called off. Alright, asking who she is. I have a question first, if you don't mind. Who do you serve? I won't say anything if you intend to use it against people I care about, which is obviously Vengaul. Well, I don't really like any of these options. Certainly not going to threaten probably not going to get very far with questions. Otherwise, I think she's just going to announce her title and office. I see. I begin to understand what your interest in Vengaul and his Bloodsailors may be. Ask your questions, I'll try to answer. Alright. Almost surprised that she's forthcoming. Alright. So again, asking about her. Very well. As I said, my name is Dara'nei. I am in service to Vengaul Bloodsail, the Scarlet Blade and foil of Lord Nasher Alagondar. It's an interesting way to put it. The foil of Lord Nasher. Or presumably captured by Callik. Yeah. Those were his men. He was Vengaul's lieutenant, and he wanted them to interrogate me and find out where Vengaul's hiding. Seemed that Callik's no longer willing to follow my Vengaul, but I certainly didn't think he would stoop to this. Alright, asking where Vengaul is. Alright, the former leader of the mutinous Bloodsailors. He's my betrothed. We've been apart for far too long. Yeah, so they were probably going to put the cockatrice up for auction. And Callik probably wanted to do something else with it. His methods of doing things are sometimes difficult to understand. They don't respect his grandiose plans like they used to. He's always stressed how things should be done with style, but now they just want profit. So that's Callik's side of it, yeah. He didn't approve of this auction, so now he's trying to seize the Bloodsailors for his own. He doesn't appreciate artful schemes. Callik will kill Vengaul if he finds him. The Bloodsailors will become a much more vicious group under him. Vengaul always maintains some civility. Yeah, she didn't quite answer where Vengaul might be. I can't say for certain. He's an old pirate and set in his ways. He said I'd know where to find him, and I have a few ideas. Vengaul is on the run, so he'll go to where he thinks he's safe. He'll either go to the Silver Sails or the Aqueducts. I think both places lead to an underground cache of his. Alright, Silver Sails Trading Company, I believe. In the district. Yeah, again, she's not going to threaten her. Or promise to spare his life. I don't think she can promise anything. So you hope to entice me by saying you may or may not kill him. I suppose it's the only honesty I've seen today. Alright, that sounded close. Take this locket. It was a present from him. He said it was a key, and it would let me enter the Silver Sails if I needed to find him. Or it certainly sounds better than the aqueducts. Or explaining where it is. There's a passage inside. Vengaul said it's safe, for him at least. Alright, so I guess just trying to find out whether that was really the case. They were going to auction the cockatrice off. I wish Vengaul had never found that creature. It's caused no end of trouble. Yeah. A cockatrice brought from Waterdeep, and it had a connection to the plague. He even claimed it was part of a cure. He found it in the streets while the city guards were busy with the plague, and whatever mess happened at the academy, it would have been lost if not for him. Not sure she believes that. He's going to make it sure it was returned to the appropriate city officials, but first he would invite Lord Nasher to this auction. It was a game to Vengaul. The two of them are old rivals. They were always looking for ways to show up the other. Vengaul figured Nasher couldn't get out of this one. See, Vengaul wanted Nasher to have to come to this stupid little tavern and admit in front of everyone that he had been outdone, that he needed Vengaul. He would have just given the cockatrice back after that. It was all about the game to him. Alright. Yeah, obviously that's what I guess Callik took issue with. Yeah, the stakes were too high this time. And Callik plotted to kill Vengaul. It's all a mess now. Vengaul's not the kind to let innocents suffer. Just got out of hand. Well, doesn't matter to Lilly. She just wants the creature at this point. Alright. Farewell. I will remain here. Vengaul will find me when the time is right to do so. Vengaul bloodsailed the Scarlet Blade. How ridiculous. Perhaps Lilly should announce herself as Lilly Nightsail, the Black Hand. It at least explains the flamboyant uniforms. Pretend names, costumes, silly games. Vengaul really does sound like a little boy. Unfortunately for him, he'll have to answer as a man for his interference with the Waterdhavian creatures. Dara'nei's locket must be a ward token as it bears a slight enchantment. Or he had written an inscription on the amulet. If separated we be, this locket shall unfurl the silver sails and float you to safety in my arms.